All right.
Yeah, welcome everyone. No one's here yet, but welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever anybody is watching, I
Mm-hmm.
hope everyone's having a wonderful day. We have pretty nice weather today. I didn't get out very much. Went one time
Yeah.
down to Wyndham, and
Oh yeah. So, no, sort of. I need to do this real quick. There we go. Yeah.
um, so did you send Charles the link?
Well, I just asked him, and then if he says yes, then I'll send him the link. But I'll just send him the link then, because if I
Yep,
just keep
yep.
spamming the links, I'll never
Right,
get
yep.
anywhere.
I got you. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So, did you want to go first of your topic of from your state, or you mentioned you mentioned about something happened in Minneapolis?
Yeah,
Minneapolis.
in South Minneapolis. I used to live in North Minneapolis or Brooklyn Center. Actually, it was my last place. I
Mm-hmm.
lived in that area, uh, which is a city of like 38,000 people, and now there's always gun violence coming from St. Paul and Minneapolis, where Brooklyn Center and Brooklyn Park are like right stuck in the middle of them two big cities, and they stop off at one of them and end up shooting people up for some stupid reason. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, the latest shooting, and this is unacceptable, people. Three people are dead in 2 days from gun violence. Now, who do
Oh
you think
wow.
it is? Do you think it's white on black? Do you think the white is more, and I'm not talking about racism or being racism or being racial or being anything. And
Oh God.
some woman on X said that the white man is the bad one, or something about the one with the most violence of the guns. Now, in Minneapolis and South Minneapolis, in that area, and you can look up the records if you want, anybody
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't want to like my answer here. But you
Mm-hmm.
go right ahead and look up the record. Look up Grok on X and see what it says about the gun violence. Who is the gun violence caused by in Minneapolis area? 90% of the time. Oh, black on black. That's right. Not anything to do with the white. Okay? So why are the white looked on as bad? I don't get it. I do
Mm-hmm.
not get that part.
And I hate to
And it
say this, but
really
nobody.
frustrates me. Yeah. I
Yeah.
had
No.
when I lived there in this one apartment that the guy that told me his house, he owned that apartment. It was part of a housing program from the shelter, city shelter, that was run by Catholic Charities. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so finally I got a chance to get onto that housing program and get my own apartment for the first time in a few years, since I was homeless for 2 years. And uh, I wound up that way through life experiences, and I had no place to live, and I had to live in the shelter. And then I ended up getting through the housing program, got diagnosed with some mental issues, and got my Social Security. I said, well, if I can't work, and somebody said that you shouldn't be working, and I don't think you should work, well, then you need to pay me my money, talking about my Social Security payment, right? And I've been on it since.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to work. I didn't work. I didn't have any part-time job or anything like that because, well, just not supposed to do that. Okay? You're supposed to be limited functionality because of your mental disorders and whatever else. My psychiatrist said I don't play well with others. Well, for the most part, here on radio, I do on our show here. But I mean, in general, in a real setting, like if I had to work at McDonald's or something, I don't think I'd have temperament to continue to be happy every time, you know. Like when you go to sell a Happy Meal to the brat that's screaming about he didn't get his toy, you know?
Yeah. So something tells me you got what
But
guy.
anyway, hold on. Let me keep going here. You said to
Uh,
give me the first chance to talk, so let me talk. All right, so anyway, in South Minneapolis, there was 3 people that died in 2 days due to gun violence, and I believe it was black on black crime. I think I might have that wrong, but anyway, you had one other one in kind of north, the southern part of North Minneapolis, but west side, and there was a drive-by shooting, and it killed a child inside the house. It went through the wall. Okay, and who do you think was pulling the trigger on that gun? Oh, a black guy. But why do they hate the white man so bad? That's what I want to know. Now, I'll give you an example. When I rode the buses to, say, like the Mall of America, and I was like maybe one of 5 white people on the bus with all blacks. And that's pretty dangerous, when you think about it. I mean, these are blacks that are coming from all over the United States, mostly Chicago, but yeah, but all over. All right?
Mhm.
You don't know who they are, what they're doing there, why are they on my bus, whatever. And so anyway, on the one apartment that I lived at, my first apartment after being homeless, and then I got my Social Security, and then I moved to Brooklyn Center on my own apartment, well, renting from the same guy, because he owned that building too, but it wasn't part of the housing program for the Social Security program, so it was on my own, basically. And if I would have stayed in that apartment where I was at, they would have taken like $800 of my Social Security, and I would have had nothing to live on. You know what I mean? So, anyway, this one guy was here through another housing program, and he was an alcoholic and doing drugs and drinking and having all kinds of girls and activity over there, which he's not supposed to have any alcohol in the apartment because it's supposed to be an alcohol-free program, right? And so, especially if you're trying to get over a drug problem, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
so, anyway, I found out who his worker was, and I went to go talk to his worker, and they said, "You need to investigate this because our lives are at risk at this building. Not all of us are on these housing programs. We're on our own, trying to live there. I mean, I was, but there's some others that weren't." And so then they came in and investigated and saw him walking around with a bottle of liquor, which he wasn't supposed to have any alcohol. Now, am I a snitch in that time? I don't think so. I'm looking out for the safety of me and the other tenants in the building. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
when we got on the bus, I can't remember what bus it was. He said, "This guy's a snitch." And I said, "Well, why don't you tell him why you got kicked out of your apartment?" And then, oh, he shut up then. He shut up real fast. He said, "I ain't no snitch. They found you cheating on the alcohol and drinking and smoking whatever you're smoking, meth or whatever."
Oh.
And so, or not cocaine, but crack, meth or crack, one of those two things. But anyway, yeah. So the main thing is be careful when you speak up against someone like that because it can really turn on you bad. I was just lucky enough that they believed me over him. Because they would have believed him over me, I might not be here today. So if you're out and about and trying to enjoy the city where you're at, wherever it is, there might be some things happening, some strange things happening. Don't get involved. If you can help it, don't even take notes.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, if you need to report it, that's what I'd be doing with my phone. I'd be reporting the damn trouble downtown, and then I'd be getting out of there. Okay? And that doesn't make me a snitch. That's making it safe for people who don't ordinarily see that kind of thing.
Mhm.
So I don't know what you classify as a snitch, but I think that if you're reporting a crime, I don't think that's a snitch at all, in my opinion. What do you think?
Well, see, I get what you're talking about when it comes to it depends on how you like solve the crime.
Yeah,
Most of the times, if you want to just go ahead and record what's going to happen and like post it like on Facebook or on socials, it's not going to get very far. It's when if you report it to like your local authorities is where you you will be able to do something about it.
yeah,
I think I told you one time about a car going on Roku Road. This is a local street. This is a 25-mile-an-hour zone, and that car was going 65,
oh wow,
getting into the Dollar General and trying to get back to the school so she could pick up her kids. I immediately, whenever she was at the dollar store, I immediately reported it. And then I saw her leave the dollar store going fast again, going 65.
yeah, in a
And,
25 mile an hour
and
zone.
yeah, and she was not close to the school when the next thing you know, there was a cop. There was a convenient cop right there.
Good, good. And she got a ticket, I hope.
She got arrested.
Oh, good, good. And that
Yeah.
doesn't mean I don't think you're snitching. That you're watching out for the safety of the kids.
Right.
Okay.
It was I think it was the end of school day as well.
Yeah. And
And there was
did you ever?
another time I could hear I heard noises over my TV from across where I used to live at in Patterson. And 30 minutes later, I keep hearing it, and so I decided, I don't care what the others may say. I'm calling the cops and try to put a stop in it.
Yeah.
Convenient cop once again.
Because
I don't know
they're
what happened. I don't know if they got a warning or they got a ticket, but everybody left the scene.
yeah. And if it's after a certain time of night, usually 10 p.m., that's the quiet time, and
Yeah,
that's everywhere you live. Well, even here in a small town. So, but yeah,
yeah.
I
So
I don't like that either.
yeah. I
But
mean, like
yeah,
every once in a while, and I can still do it. I'll switch my SDR to my whip antenna and
yeah,
listen to the police chatters. I got two antennas I can switch to. I got a short wave listening loop antenna, and I got a whip for everything else.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, now have you noticed? I don't know if you looked at the stock quotes this afternoon on the news or not. I did.
Hmm.
They were all green, all up.
Oh wow. Yeah, it's funny
And
that you mentioned
what
it.
Senator is saying, it's all up, and then the gas prices are down. When it goes down, then the gas prices are up. What does that have to do with the gas prices? Is it oil price, or what does that have to do with it? I don't understand. I'm
Hmm.
confused.
That is some confusion there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think that the president really controls the gas prices, but I think what he does, like for instance, with what we were talking about earlier with the tariffs. Now, some people don't like the tariffs. That's a bad word to some people. Only if you don't understand what they do in reality. Okay, it's not really gonna affect much of what we're doing. Okay, because we're the little guys. We're the we're the pawns of the chess set. Okay, the pawns. You know, the
Hmm.
front row and the pawn and chess set and chessboard. You got 12 pawns right in front there. They're the little guys, but yet they can win a game, believe it or not, by themselves. Well,
Hmm.
practically by themselves, but you know what I mean. And so, um, they don't really care about too much of what we think about the tariffs. Okay. And like what I keep hearing from a lot of different people is that if your item that you buy at the store is one of the items that's getting dinged with a higher cost because of the tariffs, then you need to go to a different source or a different brand of whatever it is that you're trying to get. Like, for instance, if the tariff is causing the avocado to be expensive out of Mexico, then how about either growing your own avocados or you grow or you get some that are grown in the United States? And guess what? There are plenty of places to get them. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to buy Mexican avocados. There's really no
Yeah.
you don't have to buy California avocados. You can buy them all over the United States practically, except maybe Hawaii. And
Yeah.
Uner, how you doing? Hey Uner, you
Yeah.
want?
Hello there. Yeah. That's why I was talking to Amanda today because she was more in that Nintendo.
Yeah.
She couldn't judge paying 500 for the new console that's coming up plus $90 per title, which is the
Oh
games,
wow,
plus 150 for a high tier controller for that console.
that ain't right. So you're looking at 1,000 just to set it up for a couple games,
I
man.
know. And it's like, and to make matters worse, it's going to be all throughout the video gaming universe. It's not limited to Nintendo. It's Microsoft and Sony is all trying to spike it up.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. Now there's an example of marketing right there, Bobby.
Hmm.
All right. If Okay, we got one on your channel and one on my channel. We got two. I saw three for a second. All right. So,
Yeah.
like if you have the one gas station that's 2 cents cheaper than the other gas station across the street or across the diagonal corner of the other intersection, right?
Hmm.
Same intersection, but diagonal to it. You know what I mean? If you form an X and then it'd be a cross on the diagonal on the X, and
Hmm.
then you're 2 cents cheaper than them, guess who's going to sell more gas? The one that sells 2 cents cheaper gas. Same
Yeah.
gas, same
Hmm.
gas, and same,
Yeah.
it's the same
And did
quality gas.
you? Yeah, I think you had that problem before. You went
Yeah,
to that one BP where they have all that best pizza possible,
yeah.
and then you went to Wyndham later on.
And it was higher.
I thought you said it was cheaper.
Oh, cheaper in Wyndham, yeah. And then it was higher in the BP where I was going. I said, well, I went all the way out this way to go here for the gas, and it didn't save me a damn thing.
Yeah,
Oh well, that happens. Luck of the
that
draw,
yeah,
luck of the draw.
yeah. Now, 20 minutes in, we only got Unar. We want to welcome. I'm not sure Uno was able to catch. Like I don't want to. I really don't want to talk about it even deeper. But
I don't know who was watching Dr. Rita's show. Don't there's
yeah, it's like
nothing bad to say there. She just had a terrible night. We don't want to talk about anyone when they're not here, so let's be respectful of that.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
let's just
It's like
keep her in our prayers. We all have rough days here and there. Heck, there's days I don't feel like doing anything. And,
yeah,
when it's time to do IT, I want to do IT. Darn it, I don't care how I feel. I want to do it.
yeah, yeah. Simple as that. Now
So, just
this,
remember her in your prayers, and that's all I'm
mhm,
going to say about it.
yeah,
Mm.
this son of a biscuit that we have as a governor in
Oh no.
Louisiana wants to wants us to get sodas and
How
candy
the hell did that happen?
out of our own pocket. and you're not supposed to use Snap for it. And
Somebody's messing with these cards when I'm not looking.
yeah,
Because not to interrupt you, Bobby, but look at the two backs. I got a quarter of a stack. They're both reversed. I don't know how that happened.
uh,
I'll fix it easily, but still, I wonder how that
that's
happened.
where.
And I didn't do it. I know that. I don't put them back that way. I always put them back the same way. So someone messed with my cards when I wasn't looking. But yeah, go ahead with your story about your governor talking about food stamps and whatever.
Yeah. Um, I'm just gonna direct Anthony um real
Oh,
quick.
see if he's around.
Yeah, because
He
he
might have
requested
his.
me to set up a Tuesday show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We can do
Yeah,
that
like I
too.
said, stuff happens, stuff happens. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, but I did tell you about the governor.
yeah. And just remember, in our family, and I consider anyone that we watch together, and we're all a big part of their show, and they know who we are and everything like that. I think we're all family. All right, so
Hmm.
you got to
Yeah.
remember we need to pray when you know they have kind of messed up days for whatever
Okay.
reason. Maybe they had a lot to do, a lot on their mind. Whatever the case is. And
Yeah.
why they don't really come to my show here? It's maybe too early for them, and it's a Friday night, and they're out enjoying the evening. Especially if they
Yeah.
get weather like mine, man. It's nice out there. A
Yeah.
little
And
chilly for me.
Anthony's with his grandson, so we're just gonna let
Yeah,
him go.
yeah,
So yeah, I mean, I mean, yeah, our governor wants us to pay for sodas and candy out of our own pocket and not use SNAP anymore.
yeah.
It's the same one that wants these four constitutional. I forgot what the constitutional amendments are, but they all got vetoed by the people.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But if you can figure out what they are, you can check with X and just ask Grok, Grok, ask Grok
No,
and
no, no,
say,
no. What you need to do is go on YouTube and search for PAR Louisiana. They used to have it
oh,
on demand of all the Zoom conversations that they have.
oh, wow,
Yeah, PAR Louisiana. There might be one for your state, a public
yeah.
affairs research for your state.
It probably is, but my governor is not worth looking at.
I don't know. I'm a,
I
I think
hope. I really hope. I
I'm
just
starting to
really hope.
feel now, Ron. I'm starting to feel like I'm a little bit turned off when it comes to politics. Because
Yeah,
every
for
time
the most part.
I do get an invite to join a webinar, I sign up to enter the webinar, and half the time I forget about the webinar.
Oh no,
Mhm.
it's not your normal schedule. That's why. See, now
Right. Yeah.
My friend Barry is on right now, I think, but that's too bad. I got my own show to do here,
Yeah.
and Barry
Shoot, one of
definitely
my
does.
ASMR artists I follow on Twitch, she streams on Sunday at the time I'm trying to worship. I'm trying to try to view the church services.
Yep.
And I'm always at church every Sunday morning.
Ah,
Yeah. So yeah, our governor is probably the most craziest person ever. Who it's the same dude that wanted castration if you're a first time convict of a sex offense charge. He
wow.
got he got his proposed amendments vetoed by the people, which is I don't know if it's crazy enough to say that. And then he wants to ban the use of staff for drinks and for like sodas and candy. It's probably gonna make it more worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
But all right, Unar, would you like to have a reading?
um oh, he lives in Jeffers, Unar. He wants to act. He wants to. Oh. Yeah. He wants to know where. No, wait.
Oh,
Minneapolis, except at the northern part. He lives in the southernmost part of Minnesota.
yeah. So actually, where I lived at in North Minneapolis and in Brooklyn Center is probably about a 6 hour drive to there. I'm southwestern Minnesota, 2 hours uh, east of South Dakota, and 2 hours north of what is that? Iowa, right? Do I get that right, Bobby? Is it Iowa?
It's close.
Well,
Yeah.
anyway, yeah. So, and then to go to Wisconsin to go to Bill's, I got to go down through I-90,
Yeah.
cut down the south side, and um, far
Yeah.
away from Chicago, so no trouble there. Which I'm glad for that. But
Yeah.
I'm not ready to
So you
do any
got
long term.
Unar's card at the ready.
Yep,
So you
I'm
got
getting
Unar's
there.
card at the ready.
Yep, working on it.
Yeah.
All right, Unar. Um, I already got one card that popped out at me when I was shuffling here.
Hmm.
Huh, that's interesting. I don't know what it goes with the first card or not. It just goes with the whole reading, though. I use 3 cards, by the way, but I hope that's okay with you.
Yeah, I think oracles is usually one, but
Yeah, but since I use them as tarot, I kind of use 3 because it gives you more grounding, I believe, in my opinion. And what I normally do is I ask the spirit to give me the message for the one receiving the reading, which our friend Unar is our one receiving the reading at this time. All right, I like those 3. Sometimes they speak to you, and you just gotta go with when they speak to you. All right, so the first one, Bobby, make me big, please.
okay, let me blow it up.
Make me big screen, rather. Yeah.
Angels of healing are with you.
So, owner, just tell me yes or no. Don't need to describe what it is, and I'm not going to leave any kind of description of what it is. But have you recently had any kind of health issues? I mean, like moderate to serious, whether it be breathing or internal issues. You don't got to go into too much detail, of course, but just say yes or no. Have you had any medical issues that you were concerned about? Moderate, okay. So, angels of healing are with you. All right, remember, you can always call out if you know who your primary guardian angels are. I think we have one that is the boss, and we have maybe 2 I think each person gets like 3 because each one handles different things about our day, so that we can get along with the day. So, but if you know who your angels are, okay, and I'm not the one to ask that, but you might want to check with Dr. Rita about that, or anyone else that you might know that is in Reiki or is a great uh, messenger and card reader. I just know Dr. Rita does a really good job on reading, and I think you should check, maybe get a personal uh, meeting with her and ask her who your personal angels are. I don't know if she'd actually do that kind of work necessarily, but you can ask. All right. And then she can definitely help you with some other issues that you're struggling with. Okay. But now, the second card that I got, not sure how it goes along with this one, but it might be something to do with your treatment that you're having to deal with. Make a decision.
Yeah, make a decision. Yeah,
So
and
again,
he
you can,
says, like a moderate yes.
okay. So it looks like that you're dealing with a health issue that you need to make some decisions, maybe on your lifestyle, maybe. No, I'm not saying you live a bad life. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that I think you need to maybe look into some other um, free time entertainment stuff that you can do that might not increase your moderate health issue. Okay, so that's what these two cards mean right there. If that makes any sense to you. Now, I don't go into very much detail about your personal health issues because that's none of anyone else's business. That's your business. Okay. All I would personally, now I'm not a medical doctor, and it's my own personal opinion, Uner. If you know a doctor that you can trust and you believe in what he says, or she, um, I mean, after spending the first 4 months of this year, 4 days of each month, I spent in a hospital somewhere, either in Windham or in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Now, each of these issues that I went into the hospital for was supposed to be a 1 day outpatient treatment thing, and it turned into a 4 day uh, 4 day vacation time. But I was away from my home, and I didn't like that. So I'd rather be home, relaxing and resting. But they found some things wrong with my thyroid, which controls all of your internal organs. And when that's not working right, your whole thing is screwed up. Let me tell you.
Oh, did you get a dirt card as of yet?
Not
I
yet.
might have missed a card. Okay.
I got a third card right here. Now, as far as contacting your doctor, if you know one that you can trust that you're used to, and you're just a little scared about going in to see a medical professional, and with everything going on with the people being sick and everything like that. Of course, we're getting over the flu season kind of now, so it's probably a good time to go see him. I'd recommend definitely seeing in the late spring to late summer, and unless you really need them, and again, this is my personal opinion. Um, don't listen to me though. I'm not a medical professional at all, so YouTube don't ding me for my opinion. All right. So anyway, I would say see them in the late summer. Right before winter. So you get checked out at the end of spring, right before summer. You're healthy all summer, hopefully. And then you might get a cold or something like that, but you're not going to get anything serious, I don't think. And then just my opinion again. And then in August, say the end of summer, have that
You know, Scott Jensen?
Sounds familiar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he? Where is he at? Is he in Minnesota?
Yeah, that's probably what I need to know. I can't believe I'm missing a
Yeah.
podcast, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm on
Oh
mute
no.
so that
Oh no. Sorry about that.
yeah,
Yeah, Minnesota. Where's that at?
yeah,
Minnesota, you mean? Yeah. What you said? Like Minneapolis area, right?
yeah. So like in the
And
Minneapolis area.
yeah. So he said South End, I think. Yeah. So you heard about the three shootings that I was talking about earlier? Yeah, that was terrible. So I'd recommend you go to your doctor and do a Eden Prairie. I know where
Eden,
that's at.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where's that at?
It's not a bad place necessarily. Well, it wasn't when I first moved here. I've been here in Minnesota for 25 years now.
Yeah,
So lived 17 of them in Minneapolis area. Never lived in Eden Prairie. Went through there a couple times driving through. But here's your third card, winner.
oh, finally. Step into the spotlight.
Yeah, so what that's telling me is with your medical situation, no matter how small or whatever it is, a small thing can sometimes turn into a big thing. You don't want that. Then you're spending days in the hospital like I had to. So you need to take care of yourself. And you have to see the professional once in a while. And I have most of my doctors are women, so I don't really mind that too much. It's kind of weird if you ask me, but um, anyway, I got comfortable with being able to uh, have the like when I was stuck in the hospital 4 days and I couldn't basically take care of myself hardly at all, so I always had to have someone with me, walk me to the bathroom or whatever, and do other things. I won't get into detail, but anyway, you know what they do. If you can't do it, then that's what they're there for. And they've seen everything before, so it's not like they never seen what you got. They already seen everything. Okay, and they've been in that job for I don't know how many years. They've been. One woman said like 30 years or something like that. You know, like holy cow. I couldn't work one job. Uh, I worked my pizza job in North Carolina. I worked for 9 years. Um, my retail jobs, different stores, not the same job necessarily, but the same type of job. Probably about 15 years, different companies. But anyway, that's your three cards right there, Uner. And I'd recommend get the help and consultation you need from your doctor. And if you trust him, then that's who you need to see.
Yeah. So yeah, yeah. Like I said, if it gets bad, you don't want to wait till it's too late to where it's going to be like ER levels. You want to get to your doctor right away if it keeps it up.
Yeah, because the sooner that you get help and they can catch whatever the problem might be, better chance of you surviving whatever the situation is. And I'm not going to go into detail on the air with your medical stuff. I wouldn't do that. I'd maybe go on detail with mine,
Yeah,
but
because
it'll be totally boring though.
misinformation is definitely a thing we can get in
Yeah,
trouble
so
for.
I'd be really careful about how I state any of this, which I try to be. And YouTube,
Because
anything I said, YouTube is my own personal opinion, and I'm not a medical specialist or anything,
yeah,
but I'm going by what I have experienced on my own.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah. Thanks, Gunnar.
Unar, I'm going to save this. I'm going to send it to you. I think I have you on Messenger. And so look at those three cards and you tell me what you think. Which one of them speak out directly to you when you see these three cards? Okay? And then, okay, let me share. Let me find Unar. I think you're on Messenger. Yeah, there you are. Finally, I found a name. Holy crap, I'm excited. I did it right.
Yeah.
All right, there you are. Yeah, take a look. Let me know you got those, please.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so again, I'm not saying anything to do anything different or anything like that, but definitely if you have a medical question, please go to your doctor and get at least checked up. Maybe do that next week. I'd recommend it. And
Yeah.
I mean, I've been going through the follow-up appointments and doctor's appointments and blood draws every other week now, finally. Oh, by the way, Bobby, speaking of my blood draw, the last INR number was 2.7, which that's really good.
Oh,
So,
okay. Okay. Because I don't
so
know what all that usually is when it comes to.
well, the INR is how thick your blood is. So the lower the number, the not so thick. The
Okay.
higher the number, the better.
Okay. Okay. Now I think there was one more day you did want to talk about that actually occurred last night.
About the gunshots?
No, you almost got scammed out.
Oh no,
You didn't want to. You didn't want to talk about. You almost got scammed.
scammed?
Yeah, yeah. Like you talked to you talked to that friend that claims that I can get money.
Oh yeah. So, I don't want to talk bad about anybody because it might work for some people, and I'm not going to say nothing bad necessarily. But I'm not. I'm afraid and skeptical to do this, and I don't care who's really referring it. It just seems kind of weird, and so I don't think I'm going to do that.
Okay, yeah, because
We are Uner. I sent you the three cards on Uner. I saw Uner. The only Uner that's on my chat.
yeah,
Yeah, I got you with the UN and you are like your name.
yeah. It's like I said. It's going to be. I think this is the year. If it's not financial issues, if it's not health issues, it's always got to be a relationship issues with your fellow comrades. It's going to be where who can you trust today compared to when we first met?
Well, that's what we need to realize.
Hmm.
What changed over the last couple of years? You know, did we
Yeah,
change or did they change? Sometimes life directs people in other directions besides of what we're used to. All right.
it's Ronald Totabar on
I just
Messenger.
sent it directly to your name there, Winner. Let me say hello. Okay,
Yeah,
hold on. Hold on. Keep talking, Bobby. You can talk.
yeah. So
But I hope those cards are helpful.
I
I hope
mean,
you get
I
them.
think this year, um, I mean, if it we have, I think this year is the year where I mean, like you got Ronald with AFib. We all got financial issues,
Yeah.
And is my TV loud?
Not loud enough to worry about.
Okay.
You're okay.
All right.
As long as
Okay.
YouTube don't have super hearing.
Okay. Okay. So you have AFib. Um, I was with a gaming group until they cut me off. So, and when they cut me off, I just said, screw it. I'm just going to delete the account that I was with and let it all be there. I don't think we're going to go into further details on that because you probably just did forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Uner, on Facebook Messenger, I just sent you a hello message, and I sent you cards there twice now. This second time I sent it to you, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like I said, I mean, sometimes some people may have trust issues, and like, and it's not your fault, but it's their fault.
Well,
I
it could
mean,
be a combination of how
yeah,
each person reacts to the situation.
yeah.
So I think in whatever situation it is, would it be your gaming buddies and you get into an argument, you don't play for a little while, and then you're sad because you don't see your friend anymore. That happens.
Yeah,
You know, that
yeah,
happens.
and
But then you got to make the decision: am I going to be the bigger adult, or am I going to be the
I mean, it's more of
uh,
saying if you're gonna tell me that I was wrong for what I'm doing, I don't want to be right, and
okay? That's
that's
fair.
what happened to me. If you're
All
gonna tell
right.
me I'm wrong, I don't want to be right. I got other people I can game with.
Well, then you go where happiness is for you. So,
Yeah, and I
but
cared less for that game we was playing.
yeah, Unar, please tell me you found the pictures. I got last time I did a reading for. I don't know if that was last week or if it was a couple weeks ago. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But I got today's reading right there, waiting for you to look at it.
And and can I say one more thing? Because we're about like 50 minutes in,
Yeah.
and I think we only just got Unar. Um. So, what I was, Nelson, I forgot what I was going to say. I mean,
Uh
like I
oh.
said, I got other groups I can go to. I got two I can go to, and they play like the different other kinds of games that might suit me better. But okay. Oh, wait, now it's the if you own in today's world gaming, if you're gonna let your friend do your own bidding and you never get a chance to do it your own self, it would be better if your friend gets your own account from here on out, and then all you gotta do is just reset your information
Yeah.
and yeah, you can request for a reset,
Yeah.
right? Reset everything so
Which then
that
you would be the only one on it. Yeah.
yeah,
All right.
yeah, yeah, and
Unar,
it's
Unar, are you using a phone or are you on a PC? If you're on the PC, then you go to your Facebook page and you check on your messenger, your um, single messages. You'll see one from Ronald and my last name.
he's on the computer. Yeah, there should be a way to access the Messenger app from there.
Alternatively, if you have your phone handy and you got a smartphone, you can go into the apps and find Messenger. And if you don't have it, you can get it from Google Play. It's free. And
Google Play, unless he's on an iPhone, then it's usually the Apple
Oh,
App Store.
Apple Store. Yeah, whatever that is. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think one time I had to keep directing someone where how to get Zoom on his iPhone because that was the only thing he's got was his iPhone. He didn't have a computer or anything.
Okay. Do you use Microsoft or Windows product or Apple?
Well, if
Mm,
it's PC, it's mostly going to be Windows.
yeah, I would think so. But sometimes people classify the same for two
Yeah,
different ones.
it could be Ubuntu. You like Linux.
Yeah.
The one I talked to and game with from the UK, he's a Linux freak for 18 years. Yeah.
Windows.
Yeah.
Okay, so on your PC owner, go to your Facebook page, and I know I've seen it. I've seen your Facebook page, so I know it's there. And then you go to your messenger up on the upper right hand corner of the window. You'll see messengers, and you'll see someone who sends you, I guess, more chats or group chat or new people that want to talk to you or whatever. I don't know. The one in the middle though is messengers, which is your single messages you get from people like me. Okay, and then you would see my name Ronald on there. Okay, and you've seen my last name before, so you know who I am.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Otherwise, you should be able to do see it. I don't know what's going to be the problem if you don't.
I don't
Unless
know.
it's in the message request area, that you might want to add him as a friend, and then he can try again. Because I think if you have like a filtering system activated, that's usually the reason why he's not getting your or she's not getting your messages
Okay,
because you and Unar are truthfully are not friends.
okay, hold on.
And I think some people enables that filtering system.
Oh yeah, I didn't add him as friend. That's why. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, Unar, I just sent you a friend request, son.
Yeah, because if his messenger is configured to friends only, he's not going to get the message, or she's not going to get the message. I,
Right.
I keep getting his sex wrong for some odd reason.
Well, no need for to worry about that.
Yeah, it's like everybody gets me wrong. Everybody calls me a lady, and I had to keep telling them this is a freaking he, and it's like, oh, for the love of God.
Well, don't get upset at us if we say the wrong thing. We don't mean any offense. We're just dumb sometimes. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean that we don't think very clearly the right way. Okay. So now message request. Okay, I'm gonna message. Oh wait, there you go. Yeah. Now you should be able to see the message. I'll say hello again.
Yeah,
I'm trying to make sure that I
yeah,
always say
and
he. That's enough for back.
um,
Hey Venus, how you doing?
yeah,
Okay, we're trying to get Unar on the messenger. Make sure he got the right place. Unar, I did add you as a friend. I was not adding you as a friend earlier.
yeah,
Bobby, would you like card reading?
yeah. And
No.
then if you want to go ahead and give me a one card, do
Okay.
it like because it's oh, where was ever getting some activity?
Uh oh. Well, if we get an activity, we can say a little later.
Yeah,
I bet my friend Barry is doing a show on X. That's why nobody's on my channel there, because he's actually doing something. That's okay. But we'll do you one card then, okay? So, Unar, please let me know if you find that. I did look at your friend request. I sent you a request. Some paranormal activity where?
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's got. Oh yeah, Unar's got it down.
Okay, now it should be in the current message line. So if you go to your right corner, top right of your
Yeah.
window, click
Yeah.
on
Actually,
the
resend it. Resend it.
resend
Resend
it.
it.
Do you see
Yeah.
it now, or
Resend
do
those.
you need me to resend it?
Yeah. Try. Yeah. Resend it.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. I want to make sure that you get your reading. Okay, there you go. All right, so Bobby, you get one card you wanted, eh? Okay.
Yeah. And if you want to go longer, it's getting close around doggy time, or you want to cut it.
We can go until 30, then if we need
30
to.
more minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just give me that one card, and I'm gonna take the dogs out, and I'll be right back.
All right, one card, Bobby. So, I've heard this reading for you before from other sources, and I think I've had this card for you before. Here you go. Bob, put me on the large screen.
Yeah. Yeah. Regain your focus.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it to focus.
Mm-hmm.
But you've seen it,
Yeah, I've
and
seen it.
you can actually read it. So, that tells me you need to, instead of 3 goals you're trying to work on, get one goal and work on it. You know what I mean? So out of the 3 goals that you're trying to work on right now, Bobby, and I'm not sure if you're actually working on 3 things at once, but if you are working at 3 things at once, think of the most important one that you want to get done and accomplish a completion that you can get it done. So regain your focus on one thing that you're trying to get done, whether it be a game that you want to complete, whether it be a whatever it is that you're working on. You got 3 things that you're working on at once right now, and you're kind of like going in all different directions trying to figure out what to do. So think of the either think of the most important one or the least important one, whichever way you want to go.
Yeah.
I think if you do the most important one, it will give you a lot of satisfaction, and then you can finish the other 2, on a little bit slower pace.
Yeah.
But if you go with the least amount of one, then you can accomplish it and get done, and it could fall off the list. Then you only got 2,
Yeah.
but you'd only have 2 anyway on the other way. But the point of the
Yeah.
matter is, um, the harder one will give you more of a satisfaction of completion, which, I think even if you did the lesser of the 3, you'd still have a completion, but it wouldn't be the same satisfaction as getting the harder one done, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And
All
so
right.
I don't know exactly your story, but you can let me know if I'm right or wrong.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't think you need that picture, do you?
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna be right back.
All right, Venus, you're next. You want 1 or 2 or 3 cards? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so Uner, I hope you were able to see that message with the cards. And we are finally connected. I thought we were already friends. I think we're friends on Facebook, just not necessarily on Messenger. On the phone, it wasn't saying we were. Two, please. Okay. We only got two hands. You can only have two drinks at once. And you need to be done with both of them before you get your next round. So, there you go. And that one come up again. Wow, that's weird. All right, that's you. I like that one. That doesn't have shuffle all that time when I get that one popped out there. All right. Hold on. Where are we? All right. There you go. All right. Here's your two cards. Oh, yeah. Refresh it. If you have to refresh Facebook and come back. But you're on YouTube here. But I mean, over there on Facebook, you refresh that. Here's your first card. That darn light. We had this earlier for Uner. Now for Venus, it might mean a little bit different. There you go. Hey, we got it. All right. Oh no. All right, so looks like number 2 card. Angels of healing are with you. Kind of like a lunar situation. You got something going on that you're not willing to necessarily admit to. But you need to ask for help sometimes. And you need to really consider trusting your angels, and that's what this other card deals with. And so I don't know why does that card do that? That light isn't that bright. Yeah, there you go. Trust your angels. I don't know why it's reflecting up. It's got to be the. Okay, there you go. I see it. Okay, trust your angels. Yeah, the got the screen causing that reflection. That's not the camera light. Venus, are you on Messenger or are you on Skype? I can't remember. Yep. I know you're stubborn. You got to convince me twice. But that's who you are, though. So that's the way that goes. And why did that change like that? Crazy direction thing. Okay, let's trash that. No. No. Let's try it again. That one didn't want to line up right. There you go, that's better. Gotta have it just right for what I want. There we go, that's better. Okay. That's pretty close. Alright, that's good. Alright, where is Venus at now? I think she's on Skype. Maybe. Where are you at, Venus? Are you on Skype or funny what I see is that you are being a little stubborn, dealing with some medical issues, like you said. Not going to go into detail, whatever that might be. Um, you're going to have to figure that out. Or if you already know, then you don't have to figure it out now, do you? All right. Tell me if you get it on Messenger. I see your name there. Okay. Let me know you got that. Okay, so I think you might want to maybe see your doctor if you have a favorite person in mind that you've been seeing for years, but you might not have seen him over the last year or so. Yeah. So, but I think seeing a doctor at your medical clinic or wherever you go for your medical treatment, I'd recommend you go there and you get a checkup. It's that time. I mean, they told me I have to do a physical already again, and it's like, what the heck? I just did one like 5 years ago. 5 years,
Yeah.
really. Now I hear something playing.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll lower it.
Yeah, I just didn't. I don't really hear much of it, but I don't know what YouTube would think count copyright. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then for right now, before you decide on where to go to get checked out, Venus, I'd recommend, um, like I said before, we each have at least one primary angel that we can call on. We need to know who that is. We need to know their name. All right. Now, who's messaging on Skype?
Yeah. That can be disregarded until we are done.
Okay. All right. Well, it's in my way on the window, so I had to get moved out of there. All right. So yeah, the window didn't want to make the taskbar go down because the Skype was busy, so I had to move it. Anyway, Venus, yeah, so find out who, if you already know who your primary angel is, then you need to maybe get into a meditative state, which I think you do a lot more than I do, but you should start to maybe do some more meditation and connect with your primary angel. And I believe we have at least three that watch us quite closely, especially as we get older. And we have, or if we have health issues, we might have more than three, that's to care for us. And but so now, I would suggest that you pray for guidance when you're meeting with your angels, and ask the questions. Hey, should I see my medical doctor about this matter, whatever it might be? And then I'd recommend that you set up an appointment and go. Yes, it's going to be a lot to go through, and you have to be tough, though. You got to be tough and go for it. If you don't, if you wait too long to take care of something, then it doesn't matter if you see the doctor or not. There ain't nothing they're going to be able to do for you. Well, if you would have came in last week, you would have had another 5 years.
Yeah.
I've actually seen that happen in some cases that I've looked at. What was weird though, I'll tell you a little story about, I read auras of people. I read their life source, their power source of their inner self. And what's interesting is if you are connected, now you don't need to tell them you're doing this, it's just self awareness of what someone's health issue might be. In the waiting room this last time, while I was waiting to get my blood checked for my INR, uh, I saw these two big guys. One guy was bigger than the other, but I know I'm not one to really talk about big guys. I'm a big guy, but anyway, thank you, Venus. So just consider asking your angel guides first. Ask your primary guide if you're on good terms with them, and then ask your other two primary guides. You got three main ones that work with you directly, and they're just there watching over you, making sure you're there for your family, and making sure you're safe. Okay, so you need to really thank them, and you need to really reach out to them and talk with them every once in a while. Let them know that you're still aware of them, and you request for their help, whether it be settling your mind or your spirit or taking a pain away. Sometimes that's all you need to do. So I'd recommend trying that just for fun before you're waiting for your doctor's appointment. But definitely seek out regular medical treatment. Don't listen to my crazy talk about angels or nothing like that. But that way we don't get in trouble for misinformation or bad information for medical stuff. I'm not saying don't go to the doctor, go to angels. No, I didn't say that. Pay attention, people on YouTube. I'm talking about everyone's going to have a different way to handle their crisis at the moment. But as we get older,
Yeah. Yeah, we're like every Friday around this
yeah,
time.
every Friday we try to come on a little bit earlier because my health conditions. So I need to kind of get this done a little bit earlier in the night, and then I can relax, and Bobby can go about his other stuff he has to get done, what he's involved with, whatever that is, radio show or whatever he listens to. And
Yeah.
I don't need to be putting my stress level and heart issue through any more problems. So but I try to go on as long as I can. I used to be 8 to 10, and then 10 got a little bit late. You were right, Bobby. This was a good idea. And so Bobby came up with this idea. Well, how about if we go ahead and take an hour if no one's here, and then sometimes we get people showing up and want to talk and share their concern, or they have some questions about some things, and if we can answer them, we'll answer them. If we can't, we'll pray about it and let God handle it. All right. Now I'm not perfect in no way, but if what I say helps you, then please try to do some of the things I'm talking about. And again, I'm not trying to take one away from the other. I'm saying do both. See, you're at home now. I don't think your doctor's in the office at the moment. So, but your three angels are right there. Three angels are right here with me and my house guests. I got them here, but I got my three angels that are here waiting for me to call when I need that call. All right. Bobby has three angels, whether he knows it or not.
What?
His uncle in the house, his cousin that was there, has three angels. Everyone has three primary angels. I didn't make the rules, guys. But if you can prove it any differently, you might have more than three, but three is primary, closest ones that are watching you and helping you, protecting you from getting run over when you don't watch the car coming down the street. Like Bobby was talking about a speeding car going through the school zone, going 55 and a 25.
It
And
was
he did something.
65.
Yeah, he did something about it. He called the police and reported. He didn't really snitch on a woman. He just said, "Hey, there's this woman that's driving really fast in the school zone, and kids are about to get out of school, and I don't like it." And yeah, I mean, just think if his angel wasn't telling him, "Hey, Bobby, watch out for that person," you should let someone know about that, And then you went ahead and followed along and did that. All right. And I don't care whose religion anybody is. You're going to have someone watching you and taking care of your guidance. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, C&D boy. How you doing?
Yeah.
Um, did you want a card reading, or are you okay tonight? It's up to you.
Yeah.
We're
Eh,
about ready to.
yeah, you mentioned we're about 10 minutes away. You want to
Oh,
like
okay.
do
So
it
yeah,
30
if you want
minutes.
to quick card reading, I could do one for you. We can do.
Yeah, he's just relaxing. I don't think he
Oh,
wants to
okay,
do the
good.
card.
All right, yeah, no problem then. We'll give you a break tonight. So yeah, so C&D boy, where you are, uh, out in your garden, you're right there connected to Earth right now. You're connected to the ground. C&D boy, do this test for me. You got plenty of daylight left before the sun goes down. You got about another 2 hours, I think. My sun is about setting here, but you got about another 2 hours or so, right? Well, okay. Well, here's what I want you to do. Ask if no one's watching you, and they bring the white coats if they see you doing this, so be careful. But if no one's watching you and you can do this, ask into the air, are my angels watching me? And what is your names? There should be three primary angels watching you, C&D boy, and your wife in the house or wherever. Everyone has three angels. Okay, at least. So what I would want you to do, C&D boy, just either say it out loud or say it in your mind. Who are my three angels today that are watching me? Now, in general, you should have one primary one that is always there. at all times, watching you. He never changes. But the other two might change between different ones. And anybody can do this while you're alone at your, sitting there by yourself, thinking you got no one to talk to, and then you ask for the angels to make themselves aware, make themselves known. And then you'll get a name come across in your mind. All right? Now, this is amazing when this happens. And then hey, my first angel is so and so. My second angel is whatever, and write down the names for that day. And what happens is when you start doing that and you're communicating with them, and again, hopefully nobody sees it doing anything weird and they report to medical people. This guy's going all crazy out in the field. But no, you don't want to do that. Just do it casually and just know that you have somebody you can call on every single day. All right? And of course, you can call on Jesus. All right? He can help you. And if you believe in Jesus, then you should already have the Holy Spirit, so you got Him to help you. And believing in Jesus means you're born again, or if you're a different religion than that, then there's some other form that somehow you're connected with Jesus, and you know about the Holy Spirit. There's just that. They're all kind of the same thing. It doesn't matter what religion you're in. We all got, right, Bobby? We all got some form of communication with Jesus or with,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Now, we might not exactly believe in everything the same way in the religious point of view, but we all have the basic formality of things. Even in Venus's situation with her, uh, kind of like the,
Yeah, kind
uh,
of like a bit mixed that, but
yeah, yeah. And so, but she still has, a way to communicate with the spirit or whoever that she talks to, But anyway, we each have, it doesn't matter what religion you're in, we each have angels to protect us. And we can call on them at any time. That's what they're waiting there for. And I invite you. Oh, she reads cards too. All right, yes, Unar, I hope you did find your message, right? I think you said yes before.
yeah.
No, I hear stuff rambling around somewhere. I don't know what the hell that's about. That's weird. uh, but anyway, oh boy, I sent it to you again.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll try to get it to you again. Bobby, maybe you can help me get that done.
Well, I don't even know who she is on Facebook. We need to have her
It's the
full
same
name.
name. Same name.
Let me
Just
see
do
if I
search.
can find her.
Do search, and I believe it the profile page is like, I think she changed it, but it was like an artist thing, I think. I learned
Oh, did you get a message from Unar? Because mine is still
that.
my.
Hold on. No, I didn't see any message from them, from her. Ah,
Yeah, because there's actually two. Because there's actually is two, but one's also got an extra name. Let me see if I can confirm if I can. I don't think I can. Yeah, I don't know.
uh-oh, uh-oh. Baby leopard trying to get warm going underneath a big rig truck, and the dogs are trying to scare him away. Baby, three dogs. Oh yeah, well they might get him if they get the first bite in. But the leopard needs to go back to where it needs to go. like the woods. Oh boy. All right, so a little thought process. Our friend Earl Grey passed away this week, so
Mm-hmm.
please remember him. And for anyone who's older and they're in UFO or paranormal research things and you want to share your story, it's the one with the artist, Bobby.
Yeah.
You see that?
Mm-hmm.
So if you find a lunar
Yeah,
profile
there's
with the
only two, but they have like extra names up on it.
oh boy. Okay, we're
So
gonna
I
try
don't
to
think I
do.
would be any help. But you want to just go ahead and get on going
Keep on going,
because we're
or
about
go
3 minutes.
ahead and end it. Go ahead and end it.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Thank you, everyone. Uner, I'm gonna try to make sure I find you the right one on there, and keep your eyes open. Linda, Uner, okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
You
Okay.
got it. You got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna send her a message.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and send you the picture then, maybe.
So you should have me as Bobby Burgess on Messenger.
Okay, which one is it now? This one. That's the one. Bobby
And you didn't
Insurance
send
with
me. And
you.
you didn't send my card as well. Oh, okay. She's got
Okay.
me. She's got me. She's got me.
Okay, now Bobby, I sent her picture to you, and I'll have to get your card and take a picture of it. Okay.
Yeah.
That was one that said about focus, right?
Yeah.
Ah, there it is right there, Bobby. I pulled it right out. That's pretty darn good, ain't it? And of all those cards, I pulled that one right out. And you only had the one card, right?
Yeah, because I thought I was going to have it real quick, but then there was like activity.
Okay, hold on then. So, you got the picture for her, then send her that picture, please.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Good. So now you should be able to have that picture. And please take a look at those cards and tell me what you think. Leave me a message or whatever. Or if it's me on live, chat with me.
Yeah, she's got him. She's got him.
All right. Good, 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 good. That's exciting when we make that work. Okay, I think that's good. All right, so share with Bobby. This is your card, Bobby.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's about it, folks. We're done for tonight. Thank you for joining us. All right, so please focus on those cards there. And if anything really calls out to you,
Mm-hmm.
you can let me know that too. And that means I'm doing the right reading. And if it speaks to your heart and to your spirit, then that means I'm doing the right thing here as far as reading and what I'm telling you. And again, I'm not trying to steer you either way on the medical side of things. I say go see your regular doctor, ask for help. You know, I'm not saying don't go see them. That would be wrong. I'm saying go about your normal, regular medical routine. And if you haven't seen your doctor in a while, I'd recommend you go to them and get a checkup. You know, and hey, what else could happen? The worst that's gonna happen, is you can spend 4 days in the hospital like I did for 4 months of the year, each month, and that really got tiresome. Um,
Yeah.
but anyway, we got through that, and they got our medications right. We got my thyroid under, I think, somewhat of a control. And so I had some other things going on too that are serious, but I think they're finally, with the thyroid under control, I think they're finally settling down with the other things. So anyway, pray for each other, and remember, you have angels that are watching you. And when you go to bed at night, you know, um, say it to yourself in your heart, please keep us
Yeah.
safe and watch over us and protect us. And I'll say that right now. You know,
Mhm.
please protect us overnight and daytime and anywhere we go traveling, driving, whatever we're doing, please
All
protect
right.
us, keep us safe, and keep us away from bad situations like
All
protests
right.
and riots and everything like that. And that's it for tonight, folks. So I hope you have a great
Yeah.
rest of your night and weekend. We'll see you next time.
All right. Thank y'all for watching. Hey. Uncle, I'm trying to do a show. Remember, we're on Facebook, YouTube, Mixword, Podbean, X, Trouble, Rumble, and Instagram. We encourage everybody to pause and scan that QR code right away, because nobody wants to be a ghost holding a canoe.
Hey, how you doing?
Yep. All right. So, yeah, you want me to go ahead and take it out?
Yep, go ahead and take it out.
All right. Until we meet again, I'll bid you all adieu.
Good night.